All right, so we are live here on a Friday night to talk about episode one of the Ura Shrine. We got Mandy here and Michael who helped us out with production and some investigating during the shoot there in Bristol. And so yeah, welcome guys.
Hi, what's going on?
Hi,
N-
everyone.
All right,
Not much.
good Friday.
Yeah, so did you guys were able to you guys saw the first episode, right?
Yeah, oh, of course.
What'd y'all think
Yeah,
about it?
I
good. I,
like.
I, I like. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I liked it.
That was good. I like the lead into where it's going to go next. I like that concept and the little tease. But a lot of good information, a lot for the backstory to it, Rick's story, that kind of stuff, tied it all together. So people that didn't know about the shrine, or people like, what's that? What's the Ura Shrine? They don't understand, and to try to explain it to somebody, after a while, they just like look at me like, okay, I heard enough. So I think with that first episode and the information that was put forward, and it'll all definitely tie together at the end. But I think that if you didn't know what that was a good introduction to it. So even if you're not into the paranormal or don't
Yeah,
investigate or just like that kind of stuff, it's more than just your normal ghost hunt. So I think it'll be,
100%.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
What are you gonna say, Mandy?
Billy, you said you usually you did it backwards this time because usually you would have something like that at the end, right? So this was
Y-
something different. You did
Yeah, and that
that.
was and again when we shot it, I wasn't thinking like that. I just thought, it would have been a visually it looked really good as far as being at the
Hmm.
campfire, and then just the information was so good that when you edit these types of stories and stuff, you can cut it 100 different ways. If you're a filmmaker and editor and you're doing that, so there's no obviously we didn't have a script, so it's up to me to kind of do that, and just something felt right about putting that first, even though we shot that towards the end of the investigation, the end of time being there. So um, yeah, it'll all make sense once the whole series comes out. It'll all make sense why that was put out first. But I hope that the few people that have seen the episode, um, I hope
it,
that they enjoyed it.
if you're tuning in too, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Maybe we can answer them. If you had a question about the episode, they can throw it in a comment. Maybe we can try to clarify
Yeah, or
something. Or
just about the shrine in general to it. I know that
yeah,
we'll probably be repeating ourselves a lot, um, but Mandy, you've obviously been there more than anybody.
right.
How many times now have you actually been to that location? And um,
Oh
kind
Lord,
of
I've
give it,
lost
yeah.
track. Billy.
Well, give a
I've been,
description for those who don't know anything about the shrine, even if they're new to, they've not seen any of our trailers or any of our teasers and stuff we put out. Just kind of tell people what it's about, if you would.
the shrine is a very unique place. It's very different. I can honestly say I've never, been to a location like this before. It is a place. From the way to hear Rick talk about it, it's supposed to lift your spirits. It's a place that a lot of different people go to practice different cultures. I mean, you're not just going to get Japanese culture. There's going to be Wiccan cultures. There's going to be just a variety of cultures at this location, and it's a place that's supposed to be about balancing things because Rick, he's all about the balance, the yin and the yang. So it's not a place that I'm used to going to investigate because most places I go to, they're abandoned places. They're not happening now. They were, and the shrine is a place that is happening now. And every day there's something new going on at this location.
And I think that what made that place and makes it so unique is like it's alive. like you're saying, you know, to piggyback off, you know, we go to a sane asylum or an old hospital that closed in 1970. And obviously there was stuff that had happened there, maybe still some stuff flinging around, but that place is like now, like you're walking in to something that's alive and wants to interact and is curious. And I think that's what makes that place stand completely out. And I think with this series, I think people are going to really see that, you know, it's not the same old haunted mill or haunted hospital. Like, no, we're going in a place that's still active and all this energy. Yeah. And I think that's what makes it really unique. I know for me, it did, you know, not this, it's different for sure.
Yeah. Even the weather was different while we were there. It was freezing cold. It was raining. It was cloudy. It was sunny. Just like everything.
We got stuck in a snowstorm, which was weird.
Yeah, we just
you'd be outside in the rain, and the sun would be out. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was weird up there.
So what's happening, Josh? Chill.
Busy always.
Yep.
Did you have fun at work?
Did we wake you up?
Always. No, I'm just infinitely tired.
Me too. I mean, I was like, before we went on, I went and looked, and my eyes are like bloodshot. I'm like, I can sleep.
And you guys were late last night too.
Yeah. I tried to get Sean to come on. I guess he's driving. So maybe.
Yeah, he said he was going to some locations, I think.
So he's going back to Tennessee to hang out with our Jimmy that goes to the shrine too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know where they were going, but
who knows?
Were you able to finish? I know we're here to talk about the first episode, but were you able to finish the third episode, Josh, or not?
Not yet. Not yet. I did get a lot more into it though.
Yeah. That's cool. So yeah, like Michael said, if anybody out there is watching has seen the first episode or just has any questions about the shrine in general, just type them into the comments and we'll post them and try to answer them the best we can. So that TikTok last night got kind of silly, didn't it?
Yeah. I didn't get to clarify that I did not fart. So I didn't.
Well, we actually have that. We actually have that clip queued up. If anybody,
dude, nice. Billy came prepared tonight. That's so funny.
No, but I will. The little other mini trailer that I put out yesterday, or late yesterday afternoon, I'll play that real quick, and that way some people can maybe kind of understand. And this just isn't on the first episode. This is kind of a trailer that encompasses a lot of what we experienced over the few days we were there. So let me play that, and then we'll talk more after that.
You come in here with an idea, which is what I suggest, you know, what you want to do, what you want to ask your questions. There's a better than average chance that something will step out. If you say, I would really like to see, let's say, a shadow figure or the demon that's in the cave, nobody's seen it yet.
The little kids in the beginning of walking through the shrine.
There's children spirits that are saying that they're scared of the others that are here.
Are you here with us? That's a kid.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm not Alan.
It likes you.
The Kami are living vicariously through me. When I feel, they feel. And they give me strength back. So yes, they live through me.
I think with the people coming here doing more investigations, it's probably really kicking up the activity more.
Where does Uncle Alan dwell now?
Right here in Rick. What's different about this is it feels like what's here goes beyond spirit, goes beyond ghosts and stuff that we normally feel like we're communicating with. It goes way beyond that.
Cool.
Yeah, so there was a lot there too.
Yeah, it really summed it up, I think, and it's just sort of it'll draw you in for sure.
You know what?
So
this history of dark stuff. It's never been known to be to hear Rick talk about it. It's never been known to be a happy place to go to. You know, it's always negativity, and then he goes there. he starts remodeling and bringing in his cultures and then all these other different cultures there. And he's trying to balance the good and the bad, and
Right.
it's crazy.
Mandy, did Rick show you that picture of that big snake they've caught coming out of the cave?
Yes, when I was there about a month ago, he showed me that. Actually,
okay.
showed me the video, and I
He's
said,
got video?
"Yeah," and I was like, "Rick, he has spiders in the cave, and now he's got a snake that just hangs out like he's a friend or something. He's part of it."
Nope. No.
We seen the mouse, and then we seen a snake.
I never
It was
saw
in the
him,
witches. It was in the witches, the Wiccan area.
Well,
Up
that
in the
snake has
rafters.
been in the witch's stead.
Yeah,
It was above the table.
that's where the snake was. We seen it. I seen it at least.
That mouse is probably not alive anymore after that snake.
No. That's what I wanted to mention.
It's huge.
In the first series or the second time you guys went live, we talked. One day he opened that. It was like the box in the witches area, the Wiccan area. It all unfolded, sort of like to me, it was almost like a communion box, is what I compared it to. You'd see like on the altar where they would keep the stuff for communion, for Holy Communion. Remember we opened it up in the beginning?
Yeah.
That was like, a couple other times I had some energy shift or some reactions, but that gave me like an instant headache. That box, that area.
Yeah, that witch's box.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like sharp pain in my head, and then after we got out of there, obviously it went away. But is this the roadster trying to log on?
Yeah,
or what?
yeah. His suntan must be too bad on his face to show his face tonight.
All you'd see was the top of my car, anyways.
Not if you point the camera towards you.
My freaking cell phone holder in my car malfunctioned. So.
Yeah, don't wreck.
Yeah.
That'd be horrible.
God,
this video,
other efforts.
this live would go viral then.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to Tennessee?
Yeah.
Don't you be going by the shrine and crop dusting it on your way there.
Oh God.
Here we go. No, just kidding. No, anyways, yeah, let's not get off.
Go by and grab that mask for me.
Yeah, Josh said bring the mask back for him. In that little teaser that I put in there, you heard Rick say that the commie lives through him. And then in episode 4, because I'm almost done with that, there's a sound bite that we got from Rick, and he's talking about he has 3 attachments. Which I don't want to give too much away, but he explains it in detail exactly what he means. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Mandy? Like, you know him better than anybody does.
Yeah, I think he's right. I mean, knowing him as long as I've known him, yeah. Because there's sometimes I go there and I don't never say this to him, but he's probably going to watch this anyway. But sometimes he's a little different. I do wonder if they are really like trying to live through him. His uncles sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's trying to fight them. You know what I mean? They sort of bleed through that, and try to take that over.
Yeah.
Or take him over, I guess. I
think he's a very strong-willed person, and I think he probably does battle it. The negativity of the uncles and stuff. I think he does, but I do think they do try to, get him to do different things, build things, or, I think they do.
I wonder if his uncles are buried like in that area, like around that house, or not around it, but
in that town.
Yeah, within the town near the shrine and stuff. It would have been interesting if they were, especially the Allen dude, to go if he has a headstone or whatever. They all could have been cremated for all I know, but that would have been interesting.
I don't know. I thought we asked him where they were at. I
You know
thought
what he
that did
said?
come up, but I can't remember now. But I thought we did talk about where they were at or how long ago they passed and where they were buried, but I can't remember now.
Keith Vance says he's known Rick since 1974, and he's always been different. LOL.
Yeah, he's one of the members of the shrine. Keith is.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Keith.
Yeah. Keith. Sure, he's been to the shrine about dogs.
What'd you say, Sean?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
We'll speak up, Sean. You're up.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the Ura Shrine is probably the most unique haunted location that I've ever been to, because of its multicultural and intention behind it that Rick has created this place. And obviously we've reiterated this before, but yeah, I mean, it's something that it's not your typical haunted location, just going into an abandoned building or just some place that just has historical value. I mean, it's constantly revolving door, spiritual door, so to speak, with the different types of occult practices and people that are allowed to come in there and do whatever faith or belief they have, which creates this constant changing of different energies that are coming in and out of that place, not just from the history from the place, like the uncle and Alan and all that stuff. It's just a swirling, and every single day that you're there, you really kind of just don't know what you're going to get or where that spirit's coming from. It's really hard to disseminate where those spirits are coming from, because there's so many different areas, so many different elements, and so many different intentions that are allowed there. It's such a deep layered place that I think that you could go there 100 times and still not really unravel the truth.
His uncles, there's so many family members there. I always hear them saying, Rick. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard his name come through my spirit boxes. Like,
yeah, well, again, I'm going through episode 4, and episode 4 will include the investigation out in the woods, the bamboo investigation, and I mean, just through the spirit box, Rick's name clearly came through 2 to 3 times. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, Rick is the person that is the super acknowledger, so to speak, that gives all this energy to whatever spirits want to be there. So, I mean, we know that human spirits in general, if they're earthbound, they have not let go of the human life they once lived for whatever that reason is. If they're earthbound, they're all looking to get energy, and energy is connected to acknowledgement. And being able to connect with humans in the physical plane makes them feel like they're human in the physical still. And he allows this place to be the perfect setting, so to speak, for all these people to come there and allow all these energies to come, whether it be just desperation intentions to dark intentions. I mean, you just have a little bit of everything. So I feel like that's why, these things are probably just calling them out. I mean, like we had talked about last night, I feel like Rick is kind of like the webmaster, kind of like a spider, and he feels the disruptions in the energy in the place as a whole. And then he's like, I need to move some things around because it doesn't feel right. He's so tapped in such a profound way. And these spirits know this. They connect with him. They're giving him dreams about, what to do with the place. And like, even since we've been there, he's changed things out in the bamboo area and moved things around. And it's like, like we said last night, I mean, I had mentioned it's kind of like the Winchester house, like where the spirits were trying to guide her how to build the house, and she was listening to every little thing that they were saying and building this place that was, for the purpose to help these spirits and get energy and acknowledgement. And I think that's why they'll always be calling his name out in this place, because he's the core. He's the core element of this entire spiritual storm that circles around the shrine.
I remember one time, and this was probably a couple years ago, and this really shocked me because I know he's very protected at the shrine. They do protect him, but I want to say this was something that had been going on in that cave. And there was a time when he was in there doing something, and it actually, like, I think it pushed him or something, and he about fell down really hard.
In
And
front of
he told me about that story, and he said something about got me. He
you?
said it scared him. He said he don't scare easily. You know, to live at a place like that, you don't scare easily. But he said if I remember correctly, he said he turned around and something had spooked him really bad. I don't know if it shoved him or what it was, but it was something to that effect. But he said it almost got him. And I was like, oh my gosh.
There's definitely something dark in that cave area. I think we experienced it one of those nights that we were there with Josh and Mandy, for sure. And I think, something else to mention too, which we've all discussed, is that, he allows all these people to come and do this stuff. Now he does have some rules about not having any sort of sacrifices that can take place or any sort of blood rituals. I really don't know, but again, these people could have this already been done and bring the blood there. I mean, you really don't know what these people are doing, so to speak, and that could be allowing some really dark things that only want to cause harm. And there definitely is some of that there. For whatever that reason is, that's unbeknownst to us. But with all the diversified people and their spiritual intentions that have been there, go there, and will go there, it will always be something different. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, that place. The thing about it is too, that place is not very big, so it's just crazy that there's so many layers to that place, and just the physical location itself is not a very big place. That's probably kind of hard to tell from the outside looking in, but if you were able to experience it.
I've experienced bad stuff in that cave.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. She shared some stuff with us that will be coming up in later episodes. So Josh, stop prying. Okay, gosh knows it.
So Mandy, what I'm saying is,
It's kind of funny. Like, someone randomly messaged me on TikTok and said "Oh, you've been to the shrine? There's something that's always been trying to call me. I want to go in there." And I think that's been a consistent theme with other stories that we've had, with even that crazy scary story with that guy who wanted to rob the place and things like that, which you can hear about more in the episodes. Just people feel drawn there because there's so much energy emanating out of that place, and it kind of taps into that overall principle about even when people move into homes. I mean, you hear about stories and someone goes and looking for a house to move into their family, and they just have this subconscious desire out of nowhere. They just love this house so much, something's drawing them in. And so we know that spirits can really do that sort of thing, and the shrine is just on a whole nother level or spectrum. So I mean, that it seems like that's doing the same thing to people that even may pass by the place. Even the child that was on the bike that ended up being related to that guy. I mean, there's some really crazy stories, but kind of fall line and sync into that same principle with that, being drawn to that place.
I think it's weird that it's been probably 2 years, 3 years. We got invited by the Ghost Sisters to come out to the shrine.
Yeah, I forgot.
And we weren't able to make it happen. And so it's so strange to me how it all came full circle, really. And,
man, you could have had a relationship with the mask 3 years ago, man.
I know. Hey, who's to say that I didn't at the time? You just never know.
Right.
So Steve says, I'm curious, is a shrine on ley lines? It's funny that he asked that because, again, going through episode 4, me and Rick did a walk through, throughout the whole shrine. You'll see that, most of that in episode 2, but then gets pushed to episode 4. Actually, he's walking through the bamboo area, and he talks about that very thing, about the shrine being on ley lines, but he doesn't. Well, along with that, I guess right underneath the which we talked about this last week, but right underneath the bamboo and stuff, there are real caves down there, I guess, and water running and stuff too. So there's just a huge combination of things happening right there. But Rick didn't really what he communicated with me is he didn't put too much stock in the ley lines having much to do with the activity going on at the place. So, and we've heard the ley line. I mean, ley lines go all across the United States. I don't know much about ley lines. I just hear about it. But I know when we did the documentary on the Shanley Hotel, they said the same thing. Ley line runs right through the hotel and stuff. So maybe there's a little bit of coincidence.
We know that there's some there are caves up under there for sure.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about, caves and running water and stuff too.
Everything could be a factor at play. I mean, obviously, there is a lot of belief in the paranormal research department that ley lines, there's some sort of conduit to help the energy for the manifestation of spirits. Also, water is a very prominent belief as well, which I definitely believe in. These could all be factors. It's never just one thing in these locations, and especially the shrine. Like we keep saying, there's so many layers to it. It could all be contributing to it, but the one thing's for certain is that the intention and the ability and what is allowed there is going to create something, whether there was ley lines there or not.
Here's another thing too, guys. You know how you go to most places and people say, "Oh, we think there's a portal here," or "Is there a portal here?" You always ask, questions like that. And at this location, I know there's portals because they intentionally made these portals, opened these portals there,
Yeah, that's true.
It's funny, like we keep talking about layers and we keep saying this, and we've been saying layers about this location since we've been on the lives and even while we were there and stuff. And I think Shane may have mentioned this one time, but the dragon table, you got layer upon layer upon layer. So it's kind of like a synonym. What's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like a representation of the place in general.
Yeah.
That dragon table having all the different layers and stuff to it.
The dragon table too is just such a centerpiece to that place too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So representative of all of it.
Anybody ever talks about it, that's the first thing they say.
Yeah.
It's the table.
They say
I had
time there.
Do what?
There's been people that's lost time there.
Oh, really?
Oh, weird.
Well, the woman that we interviewed, Colette, she tells some pretty crazy stories, and I don't know if they're going to make the documentary or not, but she did tell, not giving anything away, but she did tell one crazy story about, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it or not, but she said that there was a woman, one of the elders there, and I'm probably butchering the story, so I'm gonna paraphrase it the best I can. But she said that one of their elders, a woman, came to the shrine, and before she left her house, she couldn't find any of her jewelry to put on, necklaces, rings, whatever. And so she just left and came to the shrine, and apparently they were sitting around the dragon table, whatever they were doing. I don't know if they're doing a seance or what, but she said that all the woman's jewelry just dropped down and fell on the dragon table. Have you heard that story?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of cases of that kind of stuff going on there.
Well, Keith might know. He might have been there. Keith
I forget what the term is for that, but things just appearing out of thin air.
Well, it reminds me of Poltergeist, remember? All that stuff just fell on.
I can't remember. Let me look up. Let's see if I can figure out.
I've heard that story too, Billy, numerous times. They actually, I think they documented all that stuff. Whenever the group would come there, they document everything.
I think I asked them if they had any video proof of that, and I don't. Either they didn't have it at the time, or now if they would have caught that on camera, jewelry just falling out of nothing, that would have been pretty amazing.
I think it's called apparate, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it's when things just come out of thin air. It's like a thing, and within the paranormal.
I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of things coming out of thin air, but I've never heard that term before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like its own like mystery within the paranormal, where literally things will just fall out of the air.
Well, Michelle says she thinks there is.
Yeah, if there is video of that, and those elders want to share it with us, that would be amazing. I'll definitely include it into the series. Like I said, I'm not finished with the series yet, so it's.
I mean, I've worked with like some private cases and stuff in the past where there's this one case where they had just basically like a janitor set of keys, and they went missing for like 6 months to the point where they went and had all the keys remade. And 6 months later, the keys are just sitting on their kitchen counter.
Wow. That's nuts. Wait, you said that was a story y'all did, or a case y'all did?
A case I did here locally, yeah. It's like one of the many things that had happened to them. And she said like she wouldn't even tell her like the rest of her family because she didn't like want to freak them out.
They think she's crazy.
Well, because it'd just been so long, you know.
Right.
They had they go get all these like this whole key ring of keys remade, and then 6 months later, there's the keys sitting like out in the open on the counter.
That's crazy. So Michelle, that's Rick's wife, right? Okay. She just said, here, let me put her comment up here. So this is what Michelle just said has been happening at the shrine lately, which I guess is not a surprise.
Dang.
And that's up there in the room right next to where I slept.
Is that where their main kitchen is?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know.
They have another one. They might have another.
Yeah, I think when we walked that's on the second floor where you slept, Mandy, you have to go through that little kitchen area. It's to the right, and like that bedroom's off to the left to the back porch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know where that is now.
Yeah, I knew there was a kitchen in there because we got video
Yeah.
of it, but I didn't know
Yeah.
if they had another kitchen or whatnot. Yeah, that back porch going off of that bedroom is where the stairs were, and all the, rumors of all that with Uncle Al.
Uncle Al.
We're trying to make Uncle Alan famous.
Yeah.
And it's weird because like you said, Josh, you guys could have came, a few years back. I don't know how long Billy's been doing this, but if you think about it, you guys didn't make it at that time, and sometimes people don't make it to the shrine for whatever reason. And then look, you guys made it this time, and you guys got this documentary you're filming. It almost makes me wonder if Alan wanted you guys to wait until now because he wants his name out there. He wants the place out there. You know what I mean?
That's what I think about.
Into the shrine, or and people bring them. That's my thing.
That's what I think about, because had Shane and I come the first go round, we wouldn't have been filming it then. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What was y'all doing?
Just gone to investigate. Yeah. Because this was very, very early on whenever searchers really started picking up pace for us. And I can't even really remember why we didn't end up going. But when we got the opportunity back then, we were like, man, this place sounds really cool. We need to go. Mm-hmm. And we just ended up not being able to. So then, it's kind of fast forward a few years and
guys, also, and I am one of the ambassadors, the Ghost Sisters are, and I often wonder if sometimes Alan is got some little bit of, not so much control over me, but influences me to bring women there, because I have brought a lot of different women to this location. I mean, I know that's weird, but it just makes me wonder because I know he's there. He is definitely there.
It's weird because they could really drive, spirits could drive sort of certain situations just by subtle things,
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, just again, the amount of evidence that we got so overwhelming that I can't process all of it, even though I'm putting it all together. But I know just out in the bamboo, which I think we put in the first big trailer, where it says he will assault you. And we asked some very direct questions to get that answer too. So, which those questions probably didn't make the trailer, but so yeah, there was. It's so crazy to even think about. It's his spirit actually still dwelling around that.
You know, it's weird to me too, Billy, is like, for whatever reason for us, when we went out to the shrine, it seems like that was just for like a decade ago. It just feels like it was so long ago to us.
Yeah.
Like it is hard to think that it was this year that we went there.
I know. Yeah, it was only 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of January.
Yeah, I'm I've said this many times, but yeah, I'm super thankful for Rick being so welcoming and allowing us to invade his space for being so open with some of the stories that you said, Mandy, that he's never even shared with others, at least on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like super thankful for that, because I think when it's all said and done and this whole series is all put together and it's out, I think it'll be a phenomenal representation. I would hope it is of what the shrine is about and the different activities and whatnot. And then you got Josh in that mask.
I touched the mask too. I was like, oh no.
I never
Where's
touched
it at
the mask.
now?
Did he said
Mandy,
he put
you
it
know
back,
where he
right?
is? He put it back.
Yeah. She was telling us yesterday, Mike, that like he doesn't ever take it down there.
Really? How odd is that?
Yeah.
It's funny. We were talking about those crows too. I know we were talking about that a little bit last night, but
yeah.
And then he pulls out like a crow.
Yeah, like randomly.
Hey, we got a good question in the chat right there, Steve.
Let's see. Let me throw it up there.
I don't think so. There's not neighbors that are like right next to them, if I remember correctly.
They're not too far from them. I mean, you see in some of the drone shots, they're kind of around. But
now there is a story of somebody that
one of his neighbors.
Not the story of the guy cutting down the bamboo. Have we?
Yes.
Is that okay to tell?
Yeah. Let's be vague about it. It's such a good story. And
yeah, so there are a couple of stories that'll be in the docu-series that kind of showcase that.
What about the dog? I don't know that he mentioned it to you guys.
He did. No, you can tell that story because I never even heard that.
I'll just tell you real quick. There was a dog that was always running around the shrine. It was loose. I don't know whose dog it was, but every now and then the dog would always, come over and start barking at the gate and around the bamboo. And I don't know, I guess one day it just started to tear into the bamboo. And next thing you know, I think it was the next day, if I'm correct, that dog was hit.
What the world, dude?
And this was all happening at the same time when on the other stories that he's going to tell you guys, it was kind of like almost like right after a lot of that stuff happens that he talks about.
That is so crazy.
Well, his story about the neighbor and the story about the guy who's gonna, had intentions to rob him in the shrine. That sounds like something out of a kind of a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick just tells those stories with such ease to not to downplay it. That's just the way Rick is.
Who's the protector of the bamboo? I can't remember. Did he say what that person is or the entity that protects it? Did he bring that up? Something? There is.
I haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I can't remember what it was called though. Wasn't it
I'll
some
have to
kind of
ask
like
him.
winged creature?
Yeah, he was saying
Really?
about it
Yeah.
protects the bamboo forest.
Yeah,
Well-
I do vaguely remember this.
He did say a bunch of birds. Oh, Tengu. Is it called the Tengu? I know it's called the Tengu Forest, right?
Yeah,
Is
it might
that-
be. I'll have to ask him. I can't remember now, but it was something that protects
Yeah,
that
it's just
area.
that's got to be what it is, the Tengu.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know if it's mythical, but it's half human, half bird.
Oh, I remember.
Almost like an elemental, I guess ish. I don't know.
Yeah, the Tengu were originally thought to take the forms of birds of prey and a monkey deity, and they were depicted as
Maybe
with
cryptic
human,
then.
monkey, and avian characteristics. Yeah, that's what it is.
Birdman.
He
Yeah.
did tell a story of, I guess, some maybe Canadian geese or some other birds that normally come down, and because of the wildfires in Canada last summer or something, they didn't come down for the first time in X amount of years, 10, 15 years. And they normally, I guess, are all around the bamboo and stuff. Have you ever been there when those birds have been there, Mandy, or no?
Oh yeah, I've got video of the birds flying all around the shrine and
Okay.
Tingu, and yeah, we've investigated out there when the birds were out there, and I mean that's of course I probably shouldn't have been out there because as soon as you make a loud noise, all the wings start flapping.
Yeah. So Michelle says they have a couple thousand here right now. That'd be kind of annoying.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
You could they'll crop dust you.
Okay. As you say that, Shaw falls off a little laugh.
Yeah, he hit a tunnel or a dead zone.
Lord. Well,
But yeah, that force is like a whole different energy for me or feeling out there.
God.
I don't,
In the winter,
like,
they have 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Wow. I mean, inside the shrine was one thing, but that forest out there was like, I don't know.
Oh, it's different now.
Yeah, you were being watched. Like, I think inside the shrine, they're curious and okay, whatever. They see you, they may interact, but that bamboo forest was like I just wanted to keep looking over my shoulder. Like, I just felt that something was.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to like put myself back to like being there, and it was the whole place did feel weird. It had this different feeling to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that he's moved the earth gate out there and cut down some stuff and opened it up, it's really weird feeling now. It's like,
Really? I need to come back up there.
I could not even imagine like attempting to go out there and cut anything. I'd be like, I'm gonna die if I do any of this. I don't want to touch this.
He probably did like a sage thing, and
well, I mean, the difference is that if Rick does it, then it's likely because they're telling him to do it. Yeah. So it's
he made a fence too, guys. He made his own little fence out of the bamboo. He did a really good job.
Where did he put the fence at?
It's along the side because people kept coming up there trying to, take the bamboo. So he kind of like put up a little. He made the fence.
Oh my God!
Oh, nice.
But he made a really neat. He did a really good job. He made it, and it's pretty big.
Listen, I want to be clear to anybody that goes out to the shrine: don't take anything, don't cut anything, don't trip on anything. Don't.
If you want to live,
don't do any of those things.
Don't go there with bad intentions.
You can see way out.
If Rick does it, it's okay. If anybody else does it, it's not okay.
So he cut down a good majority of that bamboo?
Yeah, he's going.
Wow.
I believe they're going to put Michelle's on here, so it's going to be like a little cottage house where Michelle will be able to go out there and do her little crafts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing is where the Earth Gate is, there's these 2 white trees. And I don't remember, there's a certain kind of tree, but it's beautiful. They're really, really like kind of creepy, but they're beautiful. They're white, and it's like in the center is the Earth Gate, and it's all open. And I mean, you could see just standing out in the road. I believe going by, people could probably see what's going on in the Tingu. It's pretty open now.
White bamboo.
White bamboo.
Yep. I wonder what kind of talk he had to have with the spirits to be like, listen,
I don't know.
That's fine.
I need to be able to build a she shed out here. Is that okay?
Michelle said a witch cottage.
A witch cottage. There you go. And that's not what that box is called. If you can hear me, Michelle, what was that box in where the witch is inside?
It's called
We call it the witch's box. Yeah.
The witch's, is that what it was?
Yeah. Witch's box.
The witch's box.
That thing itself is really interesting too.
Yeah.
Dude.
We didn't really interact with that much. At least I didn't.
And gave me a headache. That was when he was opening up and showing all the little compartments and stuff like that. I was like, okay, something's hurting my head out of nowhere.
Yeah. Rick just sent me a photo of what he's done out there. So the series is actually going. Hold on, let me see if I can get it on here. So yeah, the series will probably be nostalgic for Rick seeing all that bamboo out there. Let's see if I can get this picture on here real quick. But yeah, if anybody has any questions, throw them on there. What were you gonna say, Mandy?
He's not done with that place out there in the Tingu. He's still, I believe he's going to be doing more to it than just the witch's cottage. I think he's going to add a little bit more.
I think you could do a whole episode just out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then some. Till he's done doing what he's doing.
Hold on, he's sending me some pictures. Let me see if I can.
He's got the cave too out there, so.
Yeah, we're going to go explore that.
Yeah, we're gonna send Michael down into it.
I'll bring some stuff, some rope repellent stuff. We'll go in it, check it out.
All right, I'm trying to get this picture just so everybody knows. Oh, here it is. Gosh. So everybody knows what we're talking about. The new, which, we didn't even show much of the bamboo. So there's
Dang.
we didn't show much of the bamboo.
Yeah, there's 2 of those trees with the white. That's just the one. The other one's on the other side. It's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see if has anybody got any other questions out there? But yeah, we're talking about the bamboo, and that's not even till episode 4. We got so much more other stuff to cover before that.
So episode 2, right? When's that coming out?
On Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? I've got a little preview clip.
There you go.
For that, nothing crazy, but it's just kind of Sean talking. So here, let me put
not Sean.
Clip. Yeah, more Sean.
This is night 1 at Ura Shrine, and we're going to do some preliminary investigation right now. Boy, the stories associated with this place are just pretty interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of different spiritual methods that have been used in this room that we know is right here is the dragon table. We're going to do a little preliminary investigation right now and just do some sessions with Spirit Box and EVP and see what comes through, considering with the stories and some of the visions that I've had before I even came here. See if there's any connectivity to that as well.
So anyway, so episode 2 is kind of, we get into some stories, and then Rick kind of gives everyone kind of a tour around, which I think is very interesting. And then, before you guys got there, me and Sean were there, and did some investigation stuff and got some pretty good EVPs and some pretty good response on the spirit box and stuff. So that's and then then that leads into episode 3, which I keep touting episode 3. I think episode 3 is really good.
Good.
Thanks to Josh.
It's good. Sometimes you just gotta be possessed, right? Mike, I think there's a couple of clips of you in episode 3 too.
Yeah, that whole time you talk about the mask, it was getting to a point where I was getting angry at you with that mask. I don't know what it was.
That's probably everybody. They're probably like, shut up about the mask.
In my head, I'm hearing, I don't want to swear on here, but it's just saying, tell him to put the F on his face. You know what I mean? Like I was getting angry with you, like, just do it. Just put it on and do it. Just do it.
Well, that's strange.
Yeah, I think
that's
I had
weird.
that before. It was just like, it was.
I mean, you mentioned that you were like upset, but like I didn't realize you were upset to the point of like you wanted me to put it on.
Yeah, like put it on. Just like
even if you would have put it on, it's not like it had a strap around it where you could wear it. You would have had to hold it with your hand anyway.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. That's the only time I felt like any really.
What you think, Billy? I put it on and it grow to my face.
Yeah, what if? Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Like the mask.
Stuck to your face.
But I think that's really the only time I felt anything negative. Like that, like pursuing me or just like trying to get at me. It's I was
like really close to putting that thing on, and I'm glad I didn't. No.
Yeah, I never really felt anything negative while we were there, which to me, like you said last night, Josh, looking through the lens of a camera, I think kind of removes you a little bit from the situation.
Oh, yeah.
But
it happens to us all the time because we get detached and we're focused on other things,
Yeah, well, what I was going to say is, I mean, I'll go to some other, really bad locations where bad things happened that are, haunted or activities going on, and even there, very rarely do I get affected by the energy or whatnot there. So. I mean, there's been a few times, a few different places. I will tell you, I know it's a place you guys went to, and we did a whole documentary there, Yorktown, out in Texas.
That is okay. So as far as filming, that is the one location I went to that was just so insane that I couldn't even film it at the time.
You must have heard me talk because
crazy.
I use that a lot because we went there and we got there at like 9:00 at night and the place is abandoned. It's cold. There's no lights.
Dude, yeah.
We got there. We got there in February and I swear it was like 15 degrees. A lot of the windows are busted out. And
I mean, we were there late January.
Okay. You were there when it was cold too.
Yeah, it was like literally like the weekend after
the
Ura Shrine. Yeah.
Oh, well, so anyway, so Eric and Sean are like walking around doing live streams, and I'm walking around by myself just trying to get as much B-roll as I can. So I'm literally walking down in the basement and with my slider. That's the one place where I truly felt like something was like over my shoulder watching me. But it spooked me a little bit, but not to the point where I couldn't do what I needed to do because I knew if I didn't shoot this stuff, nobody else was. So I just had to
we are
out of my mind.
We're currently editing that episode for this show that we're working on. But when we went, there was a torrential storm, and so the basement was flooded. We couldn't even go down in.
Really?
8 inches of water.
8 inches of water, dude. Oh. And there was water just like pouring out of the walls. It was insane. It was insane. And so now, and I don't know what it was like when y'all went, but the owners won't even go inside now. The owner won't even go there.
Why not?
Too much activity. It's too crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. We went in the kitchen area, the abandoned kitchen area. I don't know if y'all went in there and did any investigation or stuff. And it was just us three. And man, you could hear talking out in the hallway, clear as day. And this is like 2:00 in the morning. And this is out in the hallway, not outside the building. It was that place, man. I wish
That
we'd
place
had.
is ridiculous.
I wish we'd have had more time there. We could have. I did a whole documentary on it. We got some great stuff, but it could have been better. We could have done a lot more at that place. So,
we were catching EVPs on B-roll.
Damn.
Yeah.
Filming like this through the mic, just filming. We play it back or watch the scene. It was like,
so there was at one point
talking.
There was so much going on that we just stopped filming B-roll because we thought somebody was in the building with us, and so we had to go like run.
Dude, the same thing happened to us. We were in the kitchen. We all ran. Dude. Listen, we all ran down that hallway and went to the front because all of my gear and stuff was up front. And
that's what we did. I
don't want somebody coming in the building and taking our freaking gear and like leaving with it.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, it was like, who in the heck would even be in here? Because it's like, it is raining cats and dogs outside. Like,
it was raining the whole time you were there.
Yeah, dude, it was so bad.
We had to stop.
So did y'all even? You never even made it down to the basement?
No,
I couldn't get into it.
Oh, dude.
I couldn't get into it.
No, I have a daytime video of it. I put up. It's just a quick tour, and you can really see going to daytime.
There was a good bit of water down there then too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got some crazy. I got some crazy footage and some disembodied voices down there too. That just when I was shooting B-roll as well. But
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Anyway,
and I think that it's funny you brought that up, Billy. Is that type of activity is completely different than a shrine that we experienced at the hospital. I don't know what it is. It's like to try to explain that to people, if they've never been there. But I'm glad you did bring that up to show that comparison. I mean, I didn't feel the same way at the shrine as I did at Yorktown Hospital.
Oh, Yorktown is like the worst place that I've ever felt. I've been shooting this stuff specifically for about 3.5 years now. I've been to a lot of different places, and by far Yorktown is the place where I felt, like I said, I felt that there were eyes on me, and just the sheer amount of people that died in that building. I think it was like around 2,600 documented deaths, probably more than that. I mean, you have murder, suicides, and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, but yeah, the shrine's nothing like that. So
no.
I mean, that place was so funny, dude, because the people we were filming for, one of them was like, he's been to plenty of haunted places now, but at the time, this was like his second place. And so like Shane and I and Mike, of course, were there ahead of them to film B-roll and everything. And when he got there, we were like, all right, dude, you need to this place is no joke. And I was like, this is probably one of the craziest places I've been to. And I don't know if it's because of the storm going on, but Mike, how many times were we walking through Yorktown just trying to we felt like everybody was just so angry there. Like they were really, really upset.
You're talking about townspeople?
The spirits.
Oh,
spirits.
Yeah.
We had an issue in the beginning, and I'm not going to bring all that up. And that went down, and then for about an hour, it just went, like you said, was berserk, just slamming, disembodied voices, shadow figures, noises, just constantly, all around us. And they're like, okay, we're going to stop. We're going to reset. We're going to stop filming. We're going to go outside. We're going to ground ourselves. We're going to come back in and do a different approach.
Dude. And again, it's pouring down outside.
So,
we're like, we're going to go outside.
So you can, anyone watching our documentary that we did for ScareNetwork, it's one of our originals on ScareNetwork. If you subscribe, you can watch it. How about when we went outside, we finished at probably 4:30 in the morning. There was a dead bird on the front of Eric's hood of his car.
Oh my God.
I got on video. We were leaving and a dead bird was on the hood of his car. And we were like,
what the hell?
It was a blackbird too. Yeah. It was.
So you guys are talking about all this crazy activity at that location. Well, water is a kinetic energy source of spirits, so it was probably kicking it up.
Dude, it was crazy.
Well, when
I'm
we were there, it wasn't raining, so it was just freezing cold.
cold. I had a camera
it was
on.
cold for us too, but it was just, man, it was like somebody just took the building and like shook it when we were there because
like a bee's nest.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
I grabbed a camera and I think I filmed most of us walking
Yeah,
around during it.
walking
so you
around.
Should have that somewhere. Maybe once everything comes out, you can put that out like on a side thing or a little.
Dude, it was crazy.
Yeah, like we were just seeing stuff and.
So going back to Shrine, Steve has another good question about the elementals at Shrine. I'm not well versed on that, and that's not something that's playing into the series that much. But I heard him talk about elementals. Do any of y'all know more about?
Yeah,
there's like 5 of them, right? I think maybe.
Yeah, and I would think just by the mere fact that he has all these different gates there, he has the Earth Gate,
Yeah.
Right, but they are.
They're almost 100% going to be elemental spirits there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I know Sean knows a lot or he was somewhat more versed in that
stuff like it.
Yeah, so elementals, and there's probably spirits there that we don't even in Western culture name. There's probably spirits there that were there before us, because again, the Ura Shrine sits in the Appalachian Mountains, so some of the oldest land in existence. There's really no telling.
Native American.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
They're so connected to the earth. It's hard to tell what what was there before.
Yeah, there's there's obviously, I truly believe that there's demons there, but they're there by invitation. It's kind of weird, right? So it's like,
well, just think about all the rituals and spells that have been done.
Yeah, they've literally been invited there. So it would be stupid of me to just think that they're not,
right.
Out of all the things that have been invited, they'll just opt to not hang out. Like, I don't think so, because they're receiving. There are different practices going on there where they are receiving praise and whatnot. I mean, there was an idol for the demon ball that was there,
And the book.
The book. There's.
What about the Ouija board from the serial killer? Y'all didn't know about that?
Yeah, that's
right.
I
don't remember that one.
I've played that Ouija board before.
I know. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
It didn't move for me. It didn't do anything.
If it can't identify itself through some type of communication, then I don't use any type of, especially when you're dealing with a darker energy. If it can't tell me who I'm talking to or identify what it is, then I don't use Ouija boards, because you don't know who you're going to talk to through that. So you're better than me.
I'm sorry, my wife is sharing like 800 Instagram posts to me. I just looked at my phone and it's nothing but Instagram. I'm like, what in the heck?
So is it on elementals?
Fairies.
So here, you read those while I play this quick 30-second clip.
Yeah.
Why was Josh so drawn to the mask that's in there? We don't know too much about that mask, but why was he so drawn to it? Is Josh going to have trouble later on because of that mask?
Something's right. You're right.
You're goddamn right is what it sounded like to me. In a male voice, like, you're goddamn right.
Gosh. I heard that.
What did it first say? Did you hear what it first said? Or was
it said,
It did.
Why was Josh so drawn to the mask that's in there? We don't know too much about that mask, but why was he so drawn to it?
Yeah.
It did come to that, is what we gathered.
What you think it said? Wow.
It did come to that. So this was the night that's the
What
night.
the heck, dude? What the heck?
So that's going to be in episode 5. Episode 5 is going to be a doozy too.
Yeah. The whole thing is going to be definitely worth tuning into every week. Because I'm telling you.
Dang, man.
Well, we had some good stuff too, Michael, when me and you were
Oh, yeah. That upstairs with the massage room.
Yeah.
Y'all only got a little bit of stuff there, unless you didn't catch it on camera. I mean, I've been through it.
In the Earth Gate? Well, did we get anything?
Yeah, you got a little bit of stuff. I mean, again, it all kind of runs together. I have to refresh because we did so much.
But also, there were 3 different experiments going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
But in that massage room, you're in the front with your ghost portal, your box. I don't want to missay what it is, but yeah, and I don't know if I was sitting or I was messing with the camera, and beside the massage table across the room, there's mirrors. Mm-hmm. At one point, I'm looking at you, and I look at the mirror, and there's an apparition or some kind of figure in that mirror watching us. Mm-hmm. So, like it, like I didn't when I turned, I didn't see it like this. I seen it from the side. Do you know what I mean? Like when I turned it, then it was gone, but I could turn fast enough where I'm like, what the hell is standing in there? Like it freaked me out up there. So
there's a different feeling on that side of the place.
that
there's just dude, it really freaks me out how many like responses you got just in terms of the mask stuff, dude. It's so just
the mask
weird.
And Alan.
Yeah, it's just weird, man.
There's some kind of connection with that. And I definitely think we need to go back and try to figure out that whole connection. There's something with that.
Hot glue some elastic to Joe so I can.
Oh, God.
I wonder if he'd be okay if I drilled some holes in to tie some.
I mean, it was to the point where they put it back in the box and you're still getting, flashes and thoughts.
Dude.
And then EVPs.
Dude, whenever I handed it away, it was like this, I don't know, man, like this white light.
Yeah, I remember you were looking
my
weird.
eyes.
Yeah.
Like if you closed your eyes and stared at the sun, that's what it felt like.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird time. I just kind of stood over there and just kept my mouth shut while that was happening.
No, that's episode 3, right?
Next to him. I was
Billy was just like, all right, man, can we just knock it off with the mask? Joe, get back in the box.
But yeah, episode 2 will really give people a good understanding of the layout of the shrine, minus the bamboo stuff. And Rick does a good job of explaining the different areas on the inside and within the walls of it, again, minus the bamboo stuff. So
right.
I think people have a better understanding. And then, like I said, we did the initial investigation with Sean, and then things get heavy in part 3, and then a lot of the investigation stuff starts ramping up, in episode 3 and after that. So it's good, man. I hope people will take the time to watch it and really kind of soak it in if you're into, this type of
dude, I really appreciate the stuff I've seen out of episode 3 so far, just because there's so many different camera angles, so different perspectives during the investigations, so many cutaways in that. It's cool.
Yeah, again, I know we made a conscious effort to try to get a lot of B-roll, but now I'm like, man, we should have gotten more.
Dude, I wonder how much B-roll can we get?
I mean,
we had 800 cameras rolling at that place, man.
Really did. And I left.
I took half a day and did it.
I put half your stuff was out of focus, Michael. No, I'm just kidding. But, I left 5 of my cameras in the car and never even pulled them out. I always do that. I always take.
Dude, there's so many. We had put up seriously. I mean, there wasn't an avenue we weren't filming.
I know.
What are we gonna film? The dirt.
Rick sleeping. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my God.
There's a whole episode of Mandy sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't gone through that all the way.
That's episode 8. It's the last 3 episodes of the series. Is her sleeping?
It's just her
snoring,
snoring.
and tossing and turning.
Yeah,
Remember last night on Shane? Where's Shane at?
Editing.
What?
I can promise
you
you.
don't know how to edit.
He's working.
Yeah, he does. He does, man. He's getting there.
I want to see his.
Oh my God, dude! What? How's that our fault? This right here. I'm on some like hill right here. I knew it was gonna block this out and make up for it on this. Oh my God! Hey, Shane, he didn't fart in the woods, though, did he?
Don't throw up. He almost took off when he said, "I'm coughing off."
Yeah, because look at this shit,
dude. I'm telling you. Okay, so he was like, "Oh yeah, beer would be great." Oh, all you see is his legs. Oh my God. Oh, dude, that was hilarious.
That's a good one.
Per usual, Mike and I are over there trying to do some work. There they are, flopping around like some fish.
Yeah, Shane and Sean just living the high life.
God almighty.
I mean, we tried for 2 hours to get that fire going.
Oh, we still talk about that.
I mean, Mike's a firefighter, and he couldn't even get the fire started.
No, don't volunteer me to do that stuff. It won't work. I have an ability not to be able to start fires.
That's your superpower.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure, if you're tuning in or haven't seen, definitely check out episode 1. It's one of those things where you need to watch this in a series.
Oh, yeah, because there's just so much
right.
in it. Yeah, there's so much in it. You have to watch them all.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. I said you need to start at the beginning, obviously, but to get the history and understand the shrine itself is going to this will all play out as the episodes air, and you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, there's the horizontal poster for those who have not seen it. So yeah, go to ScareNetwork.tv and just look for that. Click on it, and we got a lot. There's a lot of originals and a lot of stuff on there. So
I know. While they're on there, and they check out Darkness in Suburbia.
There you go. Make sure you subscribe.
That was a good one too. You want me to play the full trailer one more time? Just for people? All right, we'll do that one more time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play that. I actually added the snake picture for the trailer on the actual website.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it now.
Yeah. Well, no. It's in the trailer, but it's not this trailer. This is still the trailer from last week. So here, we'll show this one more time for those who have not seen the trailer for it yet.
Do you have any examples of how severe it can get with the spirits protecting themselves here?
Life ending.
Do you like Satan?
What?
He has his eye on you.
Oh, I've never heard that thing say that, ever.
This place is a Ura Shrine, which means it is an area where people who want to meet non-living things come, and non-living things that want to interact with people come to interact without any kind of interference.
Who is that? Who is that? Did y'all just see that?
What is it?
Right behind it. Look, is that Rick? Why are you so attached to that mask?
Nice to meet you.
Because it's designed to be worn.
The shrine will protect itself because I fully believe that this place is self-aware.
This is crazy. I'm about to do a spirit box session to see if we can get any answers onto what's really going on here at the Ura Shrine.
Feeling naughty, man?
Yeah, he's acting different.
I think there's multiple portals here.
Portal? What? Let me out. That was creepy. The snake. Dude.
There was a young lady here, a hitchhiker that he picked up, brought around. She said, Alan has done something with that girl.
Right there. I said, if the girl is here, the victim of Alan is here, what happened to you? I fell.
He supposedly pushed her down the steps.
What? Right, no way.
Did that say Alan put my body at the mound?
Why are you closing your eyes like that?
Cause I feel this like, I don't know, like this tense stuff right here, but I feel I feel ringing in
Dude,
my ear.
put the mask down. Put the mask down. Sit down. We're in for it tonight, man. This is not normal.
In 1985, I agreed willingly to go through a ritual that's called the Munban, and that is considered to be what's known as a gatekeeper. What I do at this place is we introduce one side to the other.
So
Yeah.
So there's the main trailer for anyone who has not seen it. So, yeah. Any final thoughts on the shrine or what we did there? Anyone? No one. Josh,
Where's the clip? Where's the clip of the forest? The
Which one?
We gotta get to the
You know which one. Since we're nearing the end.
Wait,
Can you say you found a clip?
Oh, this one?
You know where to go? Just be
Mandy
careful.
knows the way.
Let me get in front of him.
Let me get in front of you.
Real quick.
Right here.
Let me get in front of you. Coming into it.
Oh,
I heard that.
that was a
That
bullfrog.
was a mouse.
Is that the end of the ketchup?
Hang on a second. Andy, don't move.
Was that Michael?
You can start walking now.
Good job, Sean. Whatever, dude. Come on. What? That was you. I thought that was my. That was fucking Billy, wasn't it? Oh my god. I can't see shit. It was definitely Sean.
Yeah, okay.
It was. Right. He's trying to get revenge on me because I scared you.
I was there or nothing.
I was in the front, so.
So was I. I went ahead of everybody.
So here's so when we shot this 2-part doc at this castle up in upstate New York called the Demon Castle. My wife Molly was there with us, and Sean and Eric and a couple others. And we did outtakes. I did some crazy outtakes on that because we got some funny stuff. And I even put a clip of me like farting in there. So it's like if I would have done that, like I don't have any problem doing that. But Sean's like, that was you because you even did it on the outtakes. I'm like, well, if it was me and I'm putting it out there to the public in the outtakes, then I would tell you if I did that far. Somebody who said that was Sean said the end of the bottle of ketchup.
what I say? It sounded like a bullfrog.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So yes.
Mandy said it sounded like a mouse. Oh god.
Oh man.
You're so stupid.
Yeah, we'll definitely.
God almighty.
Once all the series is released, we'll put some outtakes on there.
Yeah, people like that kind of stuff.
Just that conversation after that.
Almighty, dude.
Yeah.
That conversation was so funny.
It's a mess, man. It's a mess.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing Shane's editing on a Friday night at 8:20.
He is, man. I know he is. Yeah.
Track the whip.
Yeah,
John. Work.
He's been on it for the last week.
Nice. But yeah, so all the jokes aside, everyone try and check out the first episode. We're going to release the second episode, like we said, next Thursday night, same time, 8:00 on ScareNetwork. And yeah, just encourage people to go and take a look at this and other content we have. I know there's a little bit of a void out there for some content similar to this. So not that we're trying to fill that void 100%, but we're just doing our part. And again, we're thankful for Mandy and for Rick and others kind of spearheading this, for allowing us to come in and film there. I think it's awesome. And like we said last night, just do this place justice and in a professional manner too. So
I think for sure it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Any final thoughts, Josh? You're going to go cuddle up with that mask now?
Yeah, I'm going to go find Joe.
He's got to cut out the mask.
No, I mean, excited to see where the series goes from here. While the first episode was released yesterday, we've screened up to the third episode now. Yeah, man, you guys are in for a roller coaster because there's so much going on.
Mandy, were you able to watch any of the third episode today or not?
Oh yeah, I watched it all already.
You watched all of it? Oh, okay. So,
it comes in kicking the door down, man. Like it's good.
Yeah, once you start watching, you can't stop. I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, dang.
Yeah, it's good. A lot of good stuff. A lot of validation.
Yeah.
I know. And you know what? I think I misspoke, but I'm still not going to put it in there. It did say Mandy, and whether that's referring to you or to Josh's wife, it did say that. And I didn't think it did, but upon further review, it did. I don't know. I don't think that's anything to go back and put it. I don't want to give too much away, but
no, but it is interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So yeah, again, encourage everyone to go and take a look at it and leave us thoughts on social media. And I think I posted we have an IMDb Internet Movie Database for the series too, with the trailer and the posters and stuff. So anyone watching want to go and leave us a comment on there. I know we've only released one episode, but any type of comments or reviews that we can get, always kind of helps out with the process of what we're trying to do as filmmakers and stuff. So, and thank you guys for all the kind words. And Michelle says she loved it, and Christina's fabulous. Thank you. So yeah, everyone stay tuned. Any final thoughts from anyone?
More to come.
See the rest,
Guys, go subscribe and watch the series, and then if you like it, watch Darkness in Suburbia as well.
I'm ready to see part 4, Billy.
Yeah, I'm not even quite done with it yet.
Yeah.
Almost.
Billy, get to work, Billy.
Darkness in Suburbia. I know we got on a rant on that last week. Such an underrated series, man.
I mean, it's just you got to put it back out there. You know what I mean?
I know.
It was early on during your
transition.
Transition. So
with the website and the streaming service and stuff. So
yeah, it's an absolutely worth the watch. That's a really unique case.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us on the live. Everyone have a good weekend, and maybe we can jump back on next week or something.
Can we have a second season of Darkness in Suburbia? That has been the age-old question. We'll see.
Yeah, I hear it all the time.
We'll see.
I would like to get back out there and see what's going on.
Oh, I mean, for a fact, there's a lot more to work with out there. I mean, no doubt about that. But you never know.
It would just be a matter of these residents and different residents willing to step up and talk to us
again.
I mean, I would be willing to work with some of the old ones too, just because there's a lot that we were just trying, kind of finding our ground, if you would, on what some of the commonalities of what was going on, and I think there's room to grow on that. So
yeah, and again, that's such a unique story that nobody ever told before too. So I think that's what made that very intriguing as well. So anywho, thank you guys for joining us. Thanks everyone for watching, and like I said, everybody have a great weekend, and talk soon.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.